Okay, hello. So this is another one of my ski reviews, and this time I'm reviewing Camelback Resort. So I'm starting in Pennsylvania since that's where I live, and I'm working my way north and then west. So we'll go through everything. I've skied in a lot of different places. I haven't skied everywhere. But before I go on, I ask you to kindly subscribe to my channel if you like the content that I'm doing. Just takes a click of the little button you'll see down on the right side of the screen. And also at the end, I have another option for subscribing. Remember, it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. And if I get enough subscribers, and I'm at like 520 or so, the more I get, the more likely I am to get funds to produce good content like this. I've been doing a lot of different content, especially related to skiing, and I plan to invest in some better cameras to produce even better ski videos. So all that stuff isn't free, and I hope that you would help me out by, again, subscribing, so it shows YouTube that you care about what I do. All right, so today I'm going to talk about Camelback. Before I do that, I have to have a disclosure in that, I work for Blue Mountain Resort, which is owned by KSL Property, Capital Partners, and they also own Camelback. So just keep that in mind. But I do love these resorts, so I'm not gonna, give you some fake information about that, but I just needed to disclose that. So Camelback, it's about an hour and 40 minutes. So from Philadelphia, it's not that far from New York City either. So you can take like Interstate 80. It's probably about similar distance from New York City. I haven't driven there from New York City, obviously, since I live outside of Philadelphia, but it's pretty easy to drive from Philadelphia. Just get on the Blue Route, or that's our 476, I believe. Blue Route, it's a toll road, it'll take you up, and then from there you can kind of wind your way through around Allentown through on 33 and get up to Camelback. So it's a real close. It's in this area that's close to a lot of ski areas. So for instance, you got Jack Frost Big Boulder nearby. If you go a little further, you got Montage and Elk. So it's a really nice area, nice region. Just a little bit about. So I'm using this ski map rather than going to the Camelback map because they have this pop-up that keeps on coming up, and I kind of makes it difficult for me to show you what I want to show you. So this is their ski map, really well laid out resort. It's pretty easy to navigate. Essentially, you have two different lodges. You have the lodge here, which is the main lodge, right? Camelback Mountain Lodge, and then there's these smaller lodges, like right down here. This Adventure Camp Base Lodge. Usually this isn't open during the winter. Sometimes it is like in a heavy weekend day, like when we do a USCSA, United States College Ski and Snowboard Association races at Camelback. Will locate either there or at a little house up here. So this is a really great place to learn how to ski. Warning on weekends, it gets pretty busy, so you just have to be aware of that. So you want to get there early. I mean, with any kind of skiing, to be honest, you always want to be there early or late. The advantage of being early, especially in the east where you get a lot of skiers, is that you get better snow conditions, especially if you like grooming or if it's powder or whatever you see. As you get later in the day, there's more people skiing and compacting the snow and affecting it, so you get more icy conditions. So if you like to ski if you want really good fresh snow, always go early. I mean early. I'm talking about as early as they open. And I think now both Camelback and Blue Mountain are on Icon. You get like five, I believe, for each. And I think there's options for being able to ski early, this like special access there, because I've seen people ski there pretty early. So let's take a look at some of the different areas here. I'll say Camelback is a great place to learn skiing, just as Blue Mountain is. It's really set up well. So you have little magic carpet here. I think this is called Coolmore. Coolmore. It looks like it. I can't see very well, even though I'm wearing my glasses. This is a nice place to learn, and then you can actually go to the two lifts. They're not always open, especially on weekdays. Sometimes they are. The lift here that goes up to Meadows and Laurel Glades are great places to practice when you're just starting. Actually, when I first started skiing, this is where I went, and I was scared of, hate to say this, I was scared of Laurel Glades at first. And my son was always flying down. Little kids, they always like learn so early, and then here I was scared to death. And then Sun Bowl is actually really, really nice area to learn. There's two sides to it. And you have a nice brand new lift. They've upgraded a lot of their lifts, like their main lift that goes up to the top here. Like, let's see this lift. I think there's probably somewhere there's a chart of the lift names. This is the main lift that goes right outside of the lodge. It's heated, it has heated seats, got a bubble. This isn't exactly a very tall mountain. I mean, mountain elevation 1,600 feet. You got like 1,200 vertical feet. Again, vertical feet is from the top to the lodge. 1,082. Sorry, 1,082 feet. However, it packs a lot of punch for that small of a vertical drop. Like the trails here are all pretty steep, but they're short, right? They're short and steep, so they're fun to practice with. I think that mostly one of the real nice ones here is Big Pocono. It's a good steeper blue trail and fun, and sometimes you'll have moguls on the side, on the side here. Uh, I think I keep trying to look at their name. Hump. That's a nice run too. If you want to take a nice long green down, you can take this birches and it runs into meadows. That's a good place. It's kind of narrow, so it gets a little bit messy here when there's a lot of snow or skiers or snowboarders. So you have to wind your way through some little, Mowgli type snow, natural Mowgli. Julius Caesar is nice. I prefer personally this side of the mountain. Like what I'll do is I'll just navigate over here. I think one of the best runs in all of the Poconos is Pocono Raceway. If you're interested in learning how to carve and do some, cool stuff, it's wide and it's actually where they hold races when there are races here. Like you have Vertical Challenge, one of the ski associations that has runs races that are supposedly for families, but there are always a bunch of racers doing it, so they always win. But this is a great place, and it's where they hold the events. I love to just make laps here. Usually you take the long lift over here, get off, and then wind your way down Little Caesar or this is called Faro if it's open, right? They're not always open, depends on the time of the season. But that's by far my favorite run. I might like do 10 or 12 runs on there just because I want to do it until it gets too crowded. I mean, you can really, really rip down this run here. Rhododendron Glen is nice. I was here once when we had a dumping snow and it was kind of fun. With my son and I were like buried in snow. It was awesome. And we had one time we had a race here so I also run our ski and snowboard team at LaSalle University and we had an event here and me and one of our team members we skied down. I remember we skied down. I think it was not Rhododendron Glen was one of these going down lower Moors. I think sorry for looking at Lower Moors Rumble or something like that. But anyway, we I call it Daniel's Delight. It's my name for all runs that I love. Challenge. I love Challenger. I mean, it's wide, it's steep up top, and then not so steep down below. But it's a great, great run, especially later in the season when it gets snow soft. Oh my God, you could just like run there all day. I'm not a big Nile Mile person, but a lot of people love it. I think this is their longest run. So it says longest run, like 1.5 miles. It's fun. I mean, I think that's the longest one. Nile Mile looks like it is. And at the end here, though, just this area here, if you're especially a beginner, it's steep just to end. But it's a nice run. It's not one of my favorites. When I get there, I just go, like I said, I go straight to Pocono Raceway or Cliffhanger and then I navigate my way right. A lot of people like to be here first because it's better sun exposure, and then they go here afterwards. I just want to be here. That's all. Uh, so it's a lot of fun. They also have a really nice tubing park. Good food. The food's really good. They have this really nice. I don't know how it's done. I forgot which company runs it. I don't know if it's Google or it's some kind of a pay system where you when you go to buy food, especially at the main lodge, all you do is you swipe your credit card and then it kind of just like tracks what you're doing and it seems very intrusive and big brothery, tracks what you're doing and you just leave and then you get charged. It's so cool. And you can always check to make sure that, everything worked out and get a receipt if you want to, but it's good. I love this place. It's great. it's a really good, fun place to be. Just be mindful that if you go on a weekend, it's going to be busy. It's going to be busy. Just be mindful of that. If you have Icon Pass, you can just walk straight to the lifts and just go. But just be mindful on weekends, busy, so get there early. Oh, and something new they did this year, which made me really happy, is they're not charging for parking. That is amazing because they were charging for parking, and I just saw this new information that, well, we listened to our skiers and boarders and we're not charging for parking. That's awesome because a lot of places charge for parking, but it's also very inconvenient when you hurry to get someplace. Then you got to figure out how to pay for parking. You just want to get, especially if you have kids and they're, yelling in the back or something, and you just want to get to the resort. My tip, if you were interested in making things easier, instead of parking at the main lots, park down here in this lot right here. I mean, if you're ready to go and you can change in your car, just park there, and you can either take this little sun bowl lift up to the top, or you can go to the ski these areas over here. It's the easiest way to do anything rather than navigating up here in the parking lot. You have to walk quite a distance. So if you come early enough, you can get a good parking spot here, find yourself some good terrain, and have a blast. All right, thank you. And I hope you enjoy this. And the next one I'll do is Blue Mountain. Thank you very much.